What's up, everybody, and welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and I'm, of course, joined by my co-host, my sister,
Denise,
and my brother,
Derek. What's up, everybody?
And today, we are talking about the new movie, Godzilla Vs Kong. I was about to say Godzilla?
Godzilla.
That's the next movie.
That's the movie. Oh, they fuse them together. They do a fusion.
Yeah.
They fuse them together. Yeah.
Fusion. Ha! All right. Sorry. I want to see that now. I want to see this movie. Okay. But yes, Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the long-awaited. A lot of people were excited for this movie. And it actually had a pretty good opening weekend. I think when I first saw it, the opening day internationally was 122 million. I didn't see the current numbers. But
yeah, that's the last number I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was as of this morning, I think.
Okay. So pretty good.
I kind of figured it would be good internationally, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Godzilla is pretty popular overseas.
Yeah, and Godzilla and Kong fought in Hong Kong. So, you know, that's the thing, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to give my brief synopsis on my thoughts on the movie before we spoil everything. So if you haven't seen the movie, my initial thoughts is it depends on what kind of movie you like. If you like the monster movies, then like the big kaiju fighting each other movies, you will probably like this. I think it delivers on what people were looking for in a Godzilla vs. Kong movie. If you're looking for more substance out of your movie, I'm going to say no. But I don't know.
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah. I will say this. Yeah. If you guys heard my review of the last Godzilla King of Monsters movie, this movie is definitely better than that. That movie was atrocious.
Yes.
So there's that. That's what I would say. It was a okay movie by all standards, and if you like these type of action movies, then you will probably enjoy it. With that being said, we're just going to go ahead and spoil everything. So what do you guys think?
I think okay is a good word for it. I know you said like if you just want like the monster fight, then it's a good movie. And for that, I'll be like, maybe, because I felt like I get that like you're not expecting to have like a solid story, and it wasn't. The plot was horrible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the action to me wasn't good enough for me to ignore the fact that the plot is horrible. Like, I understand like a blind action movie. It is what it is, and I can be happy with that. You know, kind of like Speed is a stupid action movie. It is what it is, and I'm happy with it. To me, I didn't get enough out of my Kong versus Godzilla fights for me to just ignore everything else.
Yeah. I feel like, how many fights? Were there 3 Kong versus Godzilla fights or 2?
I would say 2, and the third one was
against Mecha Godzilla.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think so. The last 2 fights, I think I kind of like that. The first one with Godzilla versus Kong in the water, I didn't really like because it felt really one-sided anyway. Like, Godzilla already would be a tough fight for King Kong, right? And then you put him in water. It's like, okay, obviously Godzilla's going to win that fight, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
The action in this movie was lackluster to me. Maybe, I don't know. The fight scenes just wasn't doing nothing for me.
Okay. All right.
For me, it's different. I enjoyed the fight scenes. I felt the fight scenes is what saved the movie. I was like, without them fighting, like, the movie would have been bad to me.
I'll put it like this. I'm not going to watch this movie again. But if there was like in my feed on YouTube, Godzilla versus Kong in the Hong Kong fight, I'd probably take a look at it maybe if I was bored. So
you guys really found them enjoyable. I really did not.
I thought they were like when you say enjoyable, it makes it sound like it's like, oh man, that was an excellent fight. I'm not on there, but I didn't think it was bad. You know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't getting nothing out of them, but all right.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the last hour of Endgame. You know, it wasn't nothing like that. So.
I mean, Endgame set the bar so high. Can anything be the last hour of Endgame?
There should be. You should be able to do that with a lot of franchises. But hey, whatever. So I'm gonna get on some of my gripes. We talked about what held the movie up. I guess the story really surrounded the monsters more than the humans. I have a feeling that writers are having a hard time figuring out how to do a story with both giant monsters and humans. I don't know why, but it seems like they are having a difficult time with that. Because with the first Godzilla movie, people complained because it was focused too much on the humans, which to me, that was, although not like the greatest movie, I feel like that was better than...
I feel like that's what made the movie, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what made the first Godzilla movie.
Yeah, and then the second one... I don't even know what to say about that. But then Skull Island, it just had a forgettable story.
I vaguely remember the second one, like pieces, maybe.
I don't really remember anything. I know he fought King Ghidorah, and that was about it.
Right. But see...
Yeah, because they showed the monsters in this movie that he defeated when it came on, which I thought that was a good intro of it coming on.
When I was watching it...
like, wait...
I was like, man, this is the first time I've seen a movie with opening credits in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, because movies just come on now.
Yeah. And then as the movie's going on, you see, like, somebody's name come up at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned Skull Island. Honestly, Skull Island was more entertaining than this movie.
Was it?
I like Skull Island. I like that movie.
It's a goofy movie. It's just an action movie. It's kind of dumb, but it was definitely more enjoyable than this.
I remember, like, kind of liking Skull Island.
Skull Island multiple times. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I remember kind of liking Skull Island, but I don't remember the movie at all. Like, I know there was the crawlers, and that's about. I don't know. I know some guy got stepped on by a giant spider.
Hold on, but would you honestly remember this movie after today?
No, probably not. Well, I don't know. I might remember the Mecha Godzilla fight or something.
Skull Island was the better movie for sure. What I felt like when you was talking about them having a hard time mixing the monsters with the humans, to me, I felt like they were trying really, really hard for us to personally care about either Godzilla or Kong. And I feel like that's the only purpose the humans in this movie serve.
Was forced to care about them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Kong is sad, or this is your home. Oh, he knows sign language. And the entire time, I'm like, who cares? And they we'll play little sad music when Kong gets beat up, and I'm like, who cares?
I feel like the story was centered around King Kong, though. It was like more of a King Kong movie and Godzilla was the antagonist, really.
Yeah.
Because they really didn't try to give you any feelings for Godzilla at all.
No, but they tried really hard to get us to care about King Kong.
Yeah. Which I get. I think for the story, I don't know. All they had to do was have a reason for. I don't know. I have no idea. To be honest, I'm not a writer.
Honestly, we didn't need any of these human backstories that they gave us, especially since they're basically saying that apparently Godzilla has some sort of Titan GPS, and so whenever a Titan is around, he just gonna magically appear on that side of the world to fight them.
Pretty much, that's what happened in the last movie.
Okay, I got a nitpick about that. I didn't see the last one, but how does he know where they are at all times?
I think so because ridiculous. They all emit a radiation, and Godzilla can sense it.
Halfway around the world. Yeah. Well, it don't matter
really
because they clearly can travel across the world in an hour or some nonsense.
He also is really big. Oh, you said people can travel across the world in an hour. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about something before we get deep into talking about the Titans. Let's talk about this stupid subplot with Millie Bobby Brown, the kid from Deadpool 2, and whatever the black guy's name is. That was they could have been cut completely out of this movie. They were unneeded, and their plot didn't fit with the feel of the movie. The rest of the movie was taking itself seriously, right? Like it was taking. You could tell the movie was taking itself seriously. I mean, as silly as you might have a giant monkey and a giant lizard fighting each other, it was taking itself seriously, which is fine. But it throws the whole feeling of the movie off when you have these three goofballs being idiots for no reason. Like it was
like,
just.
Did they solve any problem?
No, they didn't.
They didn't accomplish anything. And then how's this guy's like, oh, I'm gonna guess the password, and then starts banging it. Like, what are you doing? Are you just typing random words into this computer system?
I am glad though they did not have him guess the password, because literally me and my wife was sitting here and we're like, so this 16-year-old is gonna crack this company's computer.
There's no way in the world.
I hate when movies do that.
Yeah. And I was saying to myself, I'm like, he's not a hacker. He does nothing with computers. So him figuring out the password would not work. So I was happy that they didn't have to do it. But
it was still dumb. It was still dumb.
It was dumb. Like, why would I would even sit there like, I can just type in the password. And then how would you even know that word? I'm just going to type in a password and then turn the robot off? Like, why do you guys know how to work this computer system?
Yeah, and their idea was to pour water on the computer or alcohol in it.
The system is going to trigger everybody knowing that they're there.
No, I got some nitpicks, but are we just going to integrate our nitpicks into this conversation and not have a separate nitpick section?
Come on, you knew that our conversation about this movie was going to be our nitpicks. Like, that's what this whole thing is.
I mean, I'm completely fine with that. So they go to the super secret sub level, right? Which apparently has no cameras and no alarms.
Nope.
And then Millie Bobby Brown is just tapping in things to unlock and lock doors.
Yeah.
Why do you know these passcodes?
My wife had a huge problem with this because she said she pressed the door and it was unlocked. She was like, "You didn't see that? It was unlock 1, 2, 3." And now unlock the door. Unlock 1, 2, 3 is what she pressed.
That is exactly what. And I'm just like, are we serious right now? You are building a super secret robot that could take over the world, and your passcode is 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
So their point in this movie was to be the eyes for the audience so they'll know, oh, Apex is making a Mechagodzilla and that's why Godzilla was attacking them. My thing is, you didn't need them for that. One line by somebody that goes, like, maybe even Millie Bobby Brown's dad going like, okay, Godzilla only attacks when provoked. That's it. So that lets the audience know, like, okay, so they were obviously doing something here and that's why Godzilla attacked them. And then at the end of the movie, we find out that it's Mechagodzilla. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. We all good. Or even if you want to show us Mechagodzilla ahead of time, we didn't need those three. You can just show the company doing it. You didn't need those three.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
How bad is this?
Yeah. Well, first of all,
Dad, I'm in Hong Kong. Like,
how did he end up in Hong Kong?
They called him and said Godzilla was in Hong Kong. Let's take you there. Again, how fast are these airplanes?
Wow, yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. How bad of a dad are you? You just get on the plane and go to Hong Kong. You don't. And
he didn't know where his daughter was.
He's like, what did you leave?
He was texting his daughter and he didn't know where she was. I would be like, yo, I can't leave for Hong Kong because I need to find my daughter. Like,
right. There's giant monsters destroying cities. It is just like, oh, she's not answering my text. Okay.
And he just goes, Why was he in this
Hong
movie?
Kong gotta go.
Why was he in this movie?
He served no purpose.
Yeah, not only was those three characters pointless, he was even more.
Dude,
pointless.
Every character in this movie was pointless, but the two monsters.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, I can see them using the little girl because they were like, the little girl is why Kong went along with them to the Antarctic.
Oh, he wasn't going to go along with them without her.
Yeah.
That's
so,
for sure. He was.
Like, so it's like, okay, I can see that plot point, and it's like, all right, you know, I mean, it's a reason to get him there. Fine.
But her mom, whose sole purpose in this movie was to always look surprised and shocked. I'm like, God.
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought the Hollow Earth, which is, I guess we're making that rule in this movie. To me, that's a really dumb theory, but okay. I thought it looked pretty cool.
I did thought it looked good. It was pretty, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. We're gonna nitpick this a little bit. And maybe I just missed it because, you know, this morning when I told you guys, I watched half of it, I had only watched the first 20 minutes. I don't know. It felt like...
No, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. This movie didn't feel that long to me. I like
it was
didn't,
only an hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah, like, okay, when we were watching Wonder Woman, I kept going... Wonder Woman 84, by the way, just so people don't get confused. When we were watching Wonder Woman 84, I was like, when is this going to end? Like, but with this movie, no, I didn't feel that at all. I think it was well paced. I thought.
No, but I thought I had watched an hour of it and it was only 20 minutes. So, anyways.
But I did tell my wife, I was like, yeah, that's not going to like this movie. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. I figured she wasn't gonna like it either. It's just that's her type.
I didn't. But can we go back to me not understanding this concept? Okay, and then maybe they explained it and I missed it.
Okay, go ahead.
So they go into Hollow Earth to steal some mega power or whatever, right?
Yes.
So obviously they know everything about it because they had the special machines to get down there. He knew about the upside down gravity and all of that, right? So they knew all that. Why did they need King Kong to go down there to take them to the power source?
I thought that too.
What was the guarantee that he was going to do that? He could have went anywhere when he got to Hollow Earth.
So they quickly explained it in the beginning of the movie. They're like, it was a theory that like birds, all the Titans had like a homing type of deal, like salmon or birds. That can lead them back to their home. And so since the Titans were theorized to come from the Hollow Earth, then they were like
so they're saying he would guarantee because it was kind of like a beacon leading him there.
Yes.
Okay. Here's my thing. Since they already knew about Hollow Earth, obviously knew how to get down there, did they need King Kong to find it? I mean, the ground was glowing blue.
But they weren't too sure. They weren't too sure exactly where it is and what exactly is the power source.
But they couldn't search for it?
So
apparently they wouldn't have been able to get it without Kong, because how would they would have got in there?
Yeah, but they didn't know that. They didn't know it was behind a locked door.
Yeah. I mean, I know that. I think at first I thought they needed to so that he can direct them to Hollow Earth, but apparently that wasn't it, because I used to have an issue with it. And it was just so he can lead them to the power source, which I guess I would agree. If they didn't know where they were going inside of Hollow Earth, it would be good to know exactly where to go, especially since it could be dangerous. So you don't want to have lost people down there.
In the Hollow Earth, he will be drawn toward the beacon.
Okay, I didn't get the drawn toward the beacon part. I missed that part. I still thought they could have found it. I mean,
I have a question though.
To open the door, but they didn't know that. But I just felt like it was like a yellow brick road, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I don't think you guarantee that they find it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have a question though. Old lady with the girl. Okay, so you needed her to convince Kong to go to the Hollow Earth, right? Right? Yeah, okay. That's all good. Why did you take her onto the ship into Hollow Earth?
Oh my goodness, I had so many issues. I'm like, you don't have a babysitter?
I was like, why is she here? Like, Kong is already down there. Like, why was she there? I did like this.
Yeah, at that point, you don't need it anymore.
I did like this one scene when old dude's daughter started shooting at King Kong for no reason. That was stupid.
Oh yeah, and he looked
so unnecessary. She's like, move him. I'm like, fly around.
But I do like that he looked inside the ship first and was like, "Oh, old girl's not there," and just crushed it.
Yeah,
I was like, that was good. That was good. So that was pretty good. The power source.
Are we going to talk about how they can scan it and then gain the power source for their robot?
Yeah.
You can just Wi-Fi power sources. That's not how power works. They just scanned it like, oh yeah, now we can power that. That was the laziest writing I've ever heard of. I just scanned this battery right here, so now I can power this.
The battery is just miraculously charging something in the next room.
I'm like, what? That makes zero sense, man.
It was just the one robot. I was just like, he knew he just needed one power battery source.
Didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. That was. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
And then, like, why all of a sudden did this guy not want to like test it? I'm like, dude, you've been working on this robot for however long, and now all of a sudden you don't want to do any trial runs with it.
Yeah.
Like you did 2 minutes ago. Yeah. You get your power source and then let's just run it. And I'm like,
run it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. We don't know how this is going to affect the robot. Just run it. Also, when will villains learn their lessons about using bad guys to power their stuff? It's really stupid.
And also, can we talk about how this robot instantly became self-aware within 20 seconds?
Well, okay, so you didn't watch the second movie. They use the skull of King Ghidorah in order to create the link.
But still, he became self-aware so fast?
Well, it was the same thing in the Transformers movie where they're like, we're going to use Megatron to make Transformers. Oh my God, why do these things keep turning into Megatron? What did you think was going to happen?
It's like you cannot use a villain to power your own villain. Basically, it's like it's not going to work. It's going to turn against you every single time.
Yeah. So that was projected so hard. Like I knew immediately as soon as they showed the skull, I was like, okay, so it's going to be taken over by Ghidorah, and that's it. Like.
Okay.
It was obvious.
I didn't know about that, but I didn't see the second movie.
Yeah. So I mean, you didn't have to see the second movie, but like, I guess the skull part maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the robot went bad. Of course it did. You know, AI always goes bad.
Always. Otherwise, what's the point of having a robot? It's just not gonna go bad and kill you.
And why do they always have their backs toward the window and don't realize that everybody's backing away?
That was just so ridiculous.
Well, again, it's because those three idiots were there, and there's no reason for them to be there.
Yeah, because I like how everybody died in the room except for those three.
Right. I like how they killed all of Hong Kong, and we're just not going to talk about this.
Yeah, man. Even with the fight between Godzilla and Kong by themselves, I'm like, yo, that is a bunch of dead people. Like,
yeah,
they are all dead. There are millions in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
like they were just knocking down buildings left and right, man.
Yeah, that fight scene, I had like instant like. Wanted the Power Rangers to happen, especially with the Mega Godzilla.
Go Power Rangers!
Just flip in there and just.
Yo, that would be nice. A good cry. Hey, look, I will watch that. Power Rangers versus Godzilla or whatever.
Godzilla would win.
Yeah, so I don't care, man. I would still watch it.
I'll watch it.
But he would win very quickly. I would
watch it. Yep.
Yes.
I would definitely watch that.
Are we going to talk about how Godzilla obviously won against King Kong?
Obviously.
He kicked his butt.
It wasn't even a fight, man. Well, it was kind of a fight because Kong had that axe, which I...
Kong. They gave Kong Stormbreaker, man.
I made the joke. I made the joke, though. I was like, he should have went for the head.
But it don't matter, though, because Godzilla's still ended up, like, dislocating his dude's arm.
Yeah, I'm glad they showed him fix it, because when he was getting up, when they... Okay, first of all, I don't think you use a defibrillator when someone's heart is slowing. That's not what that's for. But, you know, whatever.
Really? That's what we're going to nitpick in this
Yeah, that's what I'm going to nitpick.
For gorillas. That's how you do it.
Oh, that's how it works for gorilla.
Yeah,
only gorillas.
We can't bypass that they use the ship to blow up to jumpstart his heart. Yeah.
Yeah, right by his head. Like, it's not going to kill him, though? It was enough of a blast to like knock old boy down, but it didn't do anything.
That's not how defibrillators work, though. It doesn't blow up your chest.
I mean, yeah, but
they didn't even have to put that part in. He could have not been dying. He could have just been hurt. Like Godzilla literally dislocated his shoulder. So
that's deadly for gorillas.
Yeah. So
yeah, he kicked his butt. And I mean, I love the whole when he stood on his chest, and bent down and just yelled in his face, just like, bro, you ain't got nothing coming.
He should have just. I thought it was like, so this is when we kill him, right? But it wasn't.
Yeah, that's for the sake of he didn't. Because that's what I was saying. I was like, for the movie. So I was saying that with that fight, you know, it's because of the movie, because Godzilla killed all the other monsters. He did not let them live, but he let Kong live.
True.
True.
I mean, granted, the other monsters were trying to destroy the planet, right? So I feel like Godzilla was stopping that because he didn't kill Mothra. Mothra was fighting with Godzilla. So
okay. But
so Godzilla was like really conscious of the fact that they were trying to destroy the planet.
That's what I'm saying. Knew that. After he killed how many people? Like he destroyed that entire fleet in the ocean. Then he.
Well, he doesn't care about people. It's kind of like he leaves humans alone unless he's provoked. Yeah, he doesn't really care, but he's not like he's not walking around attacking humans for no reason. He's just like they're there, whatever. They're on a planet.
Okay, but he destroyed 2 ships to get to King Kong.
Yeah, because when he has a reason, he doesn't care about the human lives.
He totally could have swam either underneath or around them. Like
that's true. I think they made a point
but this
in
the thing, though, Denise. You can't say that they care about humans. They had a full-on fight in Hong Kong with people in buildings
where millions died.
Around.
There's like a good 50 million people dead. I don't know how many people live in Hong Kong.
At the end of these multiple times, like they destroyed that whole neon city, and then like during the daytime. They knocked all those buildings. It's like this happened twice.
Yeah, like they didn't destroy Hong Kong enough. So
yeah, like they had to go back there. Like fight somewhere else. Go like in the middle of a desert or forest or something. Go fight over there.
Are we gonna talk about how Godzilla shot his fire breath through the planet to the center of the earth?
No, we weren't gonna talk about that because I'm like, so we're just
drill that hole.
It's gonna drill a hole to Antarctica, okay? And then how are those people outside of Antarctica with no coats?
I was like, how were they going to get back? That was my thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
That was real convenient.
That is true.
They needed that space hole to Hong Kong.
They did not think about that.
And this is my other thing. They didn't go through the whole switch of the gravity thing again.
Yeah,
they didn't show it, right? Did they just not show it?
Why are there portals on the planet?
We just assumed that after they went so far back up. We just want to assume. Okay.
But didn't Kong climbed up though?
He climbed. I'm sorry. How strong is this Titan GPS?
Yeah, that one I can't agree with that one. Like, how did Godzilla know he was down there?
Right, so he could just shoot his fire breath through the center of the earth.
When he triggered the power source and it turned on.
Okay, fine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, so he didn't sense Kong; he sensed the power source.
Oh, did you know his
that's
axe?
when the guy was like, "They found it." He was like, "They found the power source."
Okay, right.
Because Kong was coming to attack Apex again, and he stopped.
Godzilla, yeah,
because the power source was a stronger beacon than the stupid Mega Godzilla, the Megazord.
I mean, I know, but here's the thing: I know Godzilla fans probably went crazy when the Mecha Godzilla, like, because that's a huge thing in the Godzilla.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original Godzilla movies.
I've never seen the original Godzilla movie.
We had one, wasn't it? Him versus Power Man or something like that.
It was something like that, yeah.
Or Ultraman. Ultraman. The big giant robot guy.
Say that. I remember that. Yeah.
It was Ultraman. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was Ultraman.
Yeah. You're talking about, you don't remember, we literally had an original Godzilla movie.
It wasn't good, so I don't remember.
I don't know, as a kid, I enjoyed it. It looks silly because those old ones was somebody literally in a Godzilla suit.
Oh, yeah, like Barney?
Yeah.
Like Barney stomping around like a builder's dog.
Yeah. Did y'all notice that axe was a scale from probably like a previous Godzilla or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he could charge it up with his fire breath.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. That was pretty dope.
That was cool. Yeah. Thor didn't have that.
Yeah, Thor didn't have that. Still should have went for the head though.
Probably should have.
Yeah,
would have won that fight.
If he had Stormbreaker, he would have won.
He probably would have. Yeah. Slung that thing all over the place.
That's the only thing that made that fight kind of fair, because like the whole time when the credits started going for the beginning of the movie, I'm like, so how is this giant ape going to beat Godzilla?
I was going for Kong the whole time, like even before the movie started.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I like Godzilla better.
I thought he would have had a chance, but at the beginning of the second fight, I was like, dude, even with the axe, you're getting your butt kicked.
Well, in actuality, like in reality, if you blow up a gorilla and then you blow up a lizard, the gorilla's going to win. But it's just the simple fact that it's, Godzilla, he got fire breath, he got them scales on his back that are obviously impenetrable. And, yeah. And in the water, he definitely wins.
I said that earlier. That fight was not fair.
Okay,
that doesn't wasn't fair.
About this fight in the water. So they said, so they dropped some charges to disorient Godzilla. But then doesn't that disorient King Kong?
I was thinking that too.
I'm like, I didn't get that. I'm like, all y'all gonna do is like throw the monkey off too. He already drowning.
Again.
So he's already drowning. Did you just drown him?
Yeah. You're just helping Godzilla.
Again, that was just bad writing. It's a lot of bad writing in this. But yeah,
I wanted to look at that again because I thought maybe they said something.
No, they said let's drop some charges, and
everybody agreed.
Let's do that.
Nobody was like, wait.
And then they're like, why is this girl like on deck giving orders? Like, what are you doing? And then I'm sorry, but if there's a giant lizard sinking ships, why would you lock yourself in the room so you can just drown?
Yeah,
stupid.
Also, you can drown.
Also, that ship's okay. Like, it capsized and then got flipped back over. It's fine. It's just going to be floating now. Still,
I guess so. Weren't they both on the same ship at one time? Like Kong was on the ship, and then Godzilla stepped on the ship. I'm like, this ship's still all good, man.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Those ships are huge, but come on,
that ship is. That's what I want to know.
Oh, what?
How strong
it is for it to hold Kong and
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, those ships are huge. Like, if you see the person, they are humongous. But Godzilla and King Kong are like a bit more than that ship was built to handle. So at least the floors should have like caved in or something.
Yeah,
they were just floating along like no problem.
Especially with Kong like jumping from ship to ship.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I'm like, come on, y'all.
Instantly, the ship sinks.
Yeah. But
that was my other thing. Why he takes so long to release Kong?
Yeah,
they had him drowning in chains. I'm like, this is just
like, what do you? My thing is, you do it just to save your ships, right?
Yeah, as soon as Godzilla showed up, I would have been like, release. All right, like that's
what little girl says. You like dump the monkey if he come out. She's like dump the monkey. Like, first of all, not a monkey. Second of all,
and I'm like, look,
you're mean.
Look, he's coming to fight them. So, like, there's no point in trying to protect Kong. We got nothing against Godzilla, so just let him fight.
And then, how is King Kong being strapped to his ship protecting him?
It's not.
It's just dumb.
One of my questions is like, why do they keep firing missiles at Godzilla? Like, for the last two movies, we figured out it does nothing, and he absorbs radiation, so you can't even use a nuke. So, like, why?
Yeah. all it does is just pisses them off more,
basically.
And I'm not sure if turning all the power off would have been like, oh hey, like, I mean, how dumb is he? Your ship is still there, but now you just turn the power off, so you must be out of order.
If you play dead.
Yeah, they're playing dead. So he's like, it's not moving, it's dead. Like, I mean, he's an animal.
We talked about this in real life about a bear.
That's not true.
If you somewhere around a bear, you play dead.
That's what they say. You want to test that out?
I'm just not going to be a bear.
Be dead.
You know what theory I am going to test out, though? Do bears really run 30 miles an hour? Because I'm booking.
That might be a good one to test out. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to test this theory. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But at least I tried.
Yeah. Now, I did see that they do climb trees, so that theory is out the window.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
They can also open doors. But if there is a car, I will be inside of it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
At least it's some kind of protection.
I know. I'm just going to be holding the doorknob. Like,
buy myself a little bit of time.
Oh, I guess if you got one of those cars with the sleek doorknobs that's like inside the door.
Yeah, they can't get through there. Yeah. They probably punch through the glass, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely can punch through the glass.
Yeah.
Well, there is that.
Yeah,
I was thinking, I just need a fancy car, but not the solution.
Yeah.
Well, you got to try something.
All right. So at the end of these movies, all of them, it's always like, Godzilla has aided in killing millions of humans, and they're always at the end of it like, wow, man, it's all over. It's great. We're not going to talk about how like China just lost 50 billion people.
Right. $1 trillion in destruction.
Yeah, Hong Kong's it's a lucrative city. Like, it's just we just like all those businesses just lost a lot of stuff.
We just crippled like 35% of the world's economy.
Yeah.
One night.
And it's all good.
Godzilla insurance, because I mean they obviously expect him to come around. There's got to be a Godzilla experience or insurance or something like that.
I would hope so.
I would too. Or else, what are we living here for? Let's move.
Let's go find another planet. We were talking about
Japan.
Godzilla caring about people. In the first movie, they did make a point of him when he first showed up to attack the Titans that were awakening. And he was in the water, and there was a bunch of boats there, and he dipped down to fly to swim underneath the boats. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, I feel like now they're contradicting. Now he just doesn't care about the humans.
Maybe he's just mad because of all that Apex stuff that was going on
earlier.
But that had nothing to do with them.
I think what you said earlier that they made Godzilla the antagonist.
Yeah, he was the antagonist in this movie, definitely.
Yeah, and Kong was supposed to be the hero.
Yeah, because it was definitely focused on Kong.
Kong cared about the humans more. He
cared about that girl.
He cared about the girl. I don't know if he cared about the humans.
Yeah. That girl and bananas, and that's it.
He wasn't bothered by the humans until like the one scene where they shot him, was shooting at him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not going to go out his way to just kill people. Like, I seem like that's the underlying thing.
Saved them from those flying pterodactyl things.
Yeah, that's true. No, they were like snakes. I don't know.
I don't know what they were, but it was weird. And then he drunk the green blood.
I was like, do you want to? That could be poisonous.
That is nasty.
The whole thing I was like, that could be poisonous, Kong. You might not want to.
Like, spit it out, man.
Ew, man. I get it's a ritual or whatever, but yeah, I guess they were just foreshadowing him ripping Mechagodzilla's head off.
Oh, okay.
Which you can do because it's a robot, so it's not
not the same.
It's not the same.
You know, when he did it, I instantly was like, "Is he gonna drink the oil?"
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, "Is he gonna? He's gonna do that?"
There's gotta be some oil in there, I would think. That's the thing about fighting a robot, though. You can't like hurt it. Like it's not like you're gonna punch it and it's gonna be like, "Ow!"
Yeah,
it's a robot.
Yeah, true.
It's just gonna keep on,
Yeah, it's keep on.
It can hurt you though. Yeah. So in a way, it's unfair. And how tall was that thing? Because it looked like it was towering over Godzilla.
I don't know.
Like it was shooting its fire breath downwards.
Yo, did you see it tried to use Godzilla's move on him? Like it's tried to open his mouth and like fire breath into it. I was like, dang, dude.
Oh yeah.
I
was like, oh.
He tried to. Yeah. Everybody was trying to open everybody's mouth. Kong was trying to open his mouth. Mechagodzilla was trying to open his mouth. And then Kong closed his mouth for a little bit. It was like, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Close your mouth.
I don't know. I guess we covered everything. Denise, what else did you have? We kind of nitpicked everything, but did you have anything else?
We did. I have some, a few random movie facts.
Okay.
So, did you guys know that there was a 1963 movie called King Kong vs. Godzilla? Did you know that?
Yes. Excuse me.
I did not.
Oh, I was like, I wish I knew that, because then I would have looked up what the plot of that movie was and compared it to this one.
Yeah, this wasn't the first time. Like, this isn't a new thing. They didn't just make it up out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yep. So, anyways, this is the first time since 1963 that King Kong and Godzilla appear in the same movie. This movie takes place 5 years after King of Monsters.
Oh, 5 years. Okay.
Yeah. And 51 years after Kong Skull Island.
Oh, I forgot that was in the 70s. That makes sense because King Kong's a lot bigger in this movie. Yeah. He was not that big.
He had time to grow. Okay. Yeah. And so then Kyle Chandler, he's the guy who plays Millie Bobby Brown's father in this movie, who was bad at his job. He actually was in King Kong. Not the same character, though, but he was in both movies.
He was in King Kong?
Yeah.
Huh.
Really?
So he beat everything.
Didn't know that.
I kind of feel like I remember seeing his face, though. He
does. He is in everything, though.
He's in everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Yeah. It was like, was he in? The answer is probably yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so that was it. I think I only had one more nitpick left that we didn't touch on.
Okay.
Or do I? Oh, I do. Why was King Kong in containment?
Yeah, I was about to ask that question. They never explained that.
Virtual reality.
Yeah.
They
like, I didn't get that.
The island was dying, and they put them in containment to keep the island, because that's why the girl was by herself. All the people died.
Oh, a storm hit it. That's right. Right.
Yeah. That storm is constant.
Oh,
okay. I remember them talking about that storm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So what it is that in Skull Island, the storm is more out to sea, and that's why people can't readily get to it.
Yeah.
So they were saying that the storm enclosed in onto the island, and it was destroying the island.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like outside of that island, Godzilla would know where he is.
Well, why didn't he attack him before, though? Kong has been there the entire time.
Good point.
They were saying that
procrastinating.
Well, Skull Island disguises that for whatever reason. That's why Godzilla
convenience.
Has never been
It disguises it because convenience.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's why he was in. That's why he was in containment.
Okay.
It was that, and then the other reason was they didn't want Godzilla to find him. That's what the lady said.
Yeah, I remember her saying that. As soon as he leaves, then Godzilla's gonna attack him.
It just seems so random, but all right.
Cool. And that was it for your nitpicks?
That was it. We touched on all the other ones.
All right. Any interesting movie facts?
I told you the interesting movie fact. There was a 1963 movie with the same name.
Oh, well, yes. My bad.
I'm about to say something, but no, I ain't gonna say that. It's kind of inappropriate. Yeah, no, never mind.
All right, let's rate the movie.
Well, hang on. Is there anything that anybody liked about the movie?
We actually commented on a lot that we liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you like about it?
Okay. Dude from Atlanta, the actor, I forgot his name.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
always like the characters that he plays because he I just like his all around acting. I like the comedy in it. I appreciate that. And the scenery. I like the scenery in it.
Yeah, there were some very good shots.
The scenery was real awesome. Yeah, the camera angles and all that. I thought that
Except for
was
they kept flipping the camera. They kept flipping the camera throughout this movie, and I didn't like it.
Okay, yeah, there was that. I did like the close-ups though.
Yeah,
the Kong and Godzilla.
The CGI on them was really good.
Yeah, that detail was pretty dope. I thought that was pretty cool. So
yeah,
but yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I was happy when that chick died. When she shot Kong in the back and he caught that ship and just crushed it. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Get rid of her because
she was annoying. She was completely.
Yeah, she was getting on my nerves. I'm like, you gotta get rid of her.
The humans in these movies are always like just pointless. I don't like they're so pointless.
True enough.
But yeah, although I disagree with your liking of the one actor. You
don't like him?
Well, we just said that the three of them was pointless in the movie.
The character
pointless.
Oh, I mean, yeah, their characters might have been pointless, but
and not that
I
comedy,
like him as an actor. Just the way
not that comedy is a problem. The kind of comedy that they portray throughout all of their scenes did not fit with the rest of the movie.
It was kind of a distraction, a little bit.
Like you
I thought they were trying to develop an outside story outside.
Yeah, it was a dumb
King
story
Kong versus Godzilla, but it just didn't really connect.
It didn't. We didn't need them. We didn't need them.
Hold on. Are we surprised that Millie Bobby Brown hasn't been kidnapped so far? You travel across the state to go meet some random podcast dude and hunt him down? What are you doing? Who does this? Have you not been murdered by
And then why did this guy take these teenagers into the facility? That was my first question. I was like, you're going in here with the kids? Why? What's wrong with you?
He was already obviously kind of out of his mind. I mean, you heard his podcast.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really all the way there. And then he kept that bottle of liquor that his wife gave him or something.
Yeah, his wife.
We were supposed to care about that, but it didn't work. I did not.
I mean, just
a lot of stuff in this movie, I was clearly I'm supposed to care about.
It's you didn't say how she died. She just died, and it slowed down the scene and everything. I was supposed to feel sad, and I didn't.
It'd have been different. Did she die during the last movie or something?
Yeah, did she die during one of the fights? Yeah. And that's why he's all crazy about
that Godzilla knocked over. Happened to be on the top floor when it happened. Why? I don't know. Get
all
out
those
of the
poor
building.
citizens of Hong Kong, man. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. They didn't really put that together too well.
Yeah, but all right, let's rate the movie. Let's give it a rating. Denise, go ahead.
Pure torture. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay, pure torture from Denise. Dan.
I would honestly watch it while folding clothes. I mean,
all right,
that's just me though, because I like the scenery.
Because he likes the scenery.
Yeah, I'm like, this looks nice.
I want to watch that Hong Kong fight again. But go ahead, Derek.
I would say watch while folding clothes. Is that right before pure torture?
Oh, a low watch while folding clothes.
Yeah, so a low watch while folding clothes.
I would
pure torture.
Okay, I would also say watch while folding clothes. Like I said, I probably wouldn't watch this movie again. But I had clothes that I could have been folding while I was watching this. And I thought
I actually did too. They were in the car.
I was like, man, probably should have folded these clothes.
It would have been a perfect time.
But yeah, because you in this movie you don't have to pay attention to the story. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So yeah, that's a clear watch while folding clothes. Yep. And that's 3D Rivals consensus, despite Denise giving it a pure torture.
No, I knew you guys were going to go watch while folding clothes. And I thought about it, but I'm sorry. I don't like this movie.
All right.
You don't even want to fold your clothes to it?
I don't.
No.
I really don't.
Well, all right.
All right.
All right. Well,
leave them in the hamper.
Probably that's what they fit after I wash them anyways.
Mm-hmm. You can reach out to us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3D Rivals. We're also on Gmail if you want to email us for some reason. Do people email anymore? I don't know. But we got one.
Yes, they do.
3drivals@gmail.com. And then also we're on Twitter. It is 3_rivals at the Twitters. So if you want to check us out there, you can. Other than that, thanks for watching /listening, and peace out.